Hello guys, I'm Lulu, and we are going to talk about the relationship between French architecture and historical cultural development. And this topic, there are 5 episodes in this topic, so let's talk about the first one. Let's first of all, let's talk about how historical background can influence architecture style. So we know that the interplay between historical background and architectural styles is a fascinating study that reveals how cultural, political, economic, and social factors shape the built environment. So we are talking about various historical influence on architecture and illustrating how events, movements, and ideas have molded different styles throughout history. Slide of the PowerPoint because I forgot to show you guys about this page. Okay, so the next one is classical antiquity. The architectural styles of ancient Greece and Rome have had a lasting impact on Western architecture. The Greeks introduced the concept of the canon, which evolved into three orders: Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. These styles emphasized symmetry, proportion, and the use of mathematical rituals, reflecting the Greek ideals of beauty and harmony. The Parisian, which is meticulous proportions and intricate sculptures, exemplifies how architecture can convey cultural values. Roman architecture took these principles further, incorporating innovations such as the arch, vault, and dome. The Colosseum and the Phantom demonstrate the Romans' mastery of engineering and their desire to create monumental structures that served public functions. The use of concrete allowed for more expensive and complex designs, showing how technological advancements influence architectural styles. So the third one is medieval architecture. The fall of the Roman Empire occurred in the Middle Ages, a period marked by the rise of feudalism and the dominance of the Church. This shift led to the development of Romanesque and Gothic architecture. Romanesque buildings, characteristic by thick walls, rounded arches, and small windows, conveyed a sense of solidity and security. They reflected the so-called political climate of the time, where local lords held power and communities sought protection. Okay, the next page is the Gothic style, emerging in the 12th century, represented a transformation in both architectural techniques and cultural values. With the introduction of flying butterflies, ribbed vaults, and large stained glass windows, Gothic cathedrals such as Notre-Dame reached new heights, both literally and metaphorically. These structures were designed to inspire with and draw the faithful closer to God, illustrating the close relationship between spirituality and architecture during this period. First one is Renaissance and human. The Renaissance marked a rebirth of interest in classical antiquity and humanism, leading to a dramatic shift in architectural style. Architects like Filippo and Leon draw inspiration from ancient Greek and Roman models, emphasizing symmetry, proportion, and geometry. The use of domes, such as the one on Florence Cathedral, showcase the blending of artistic innovation with engineering powers. The Renaissance also showed the rise of civic architecture, with structures and like palaces and townhouses reflecting the growing importance of individual and civic pride. This period demonstrated how architectural styles evolved to reflect changing social values, moving away from purely religious expressions to include scalar ones. About the Baroque and Rococo. So the Baroque period emerged in the 17th century, characterized by grandeur, drama, and movement. This style was closely linked to the Counter-Reformation, as the Catholic Church sought to refine its power through spectacular architecture. Buildings like Saint Peter's Basilica in Vatican City amplify the affluence and emotional impact of Baroque architecture, with its intricate details, bold covers, and expansive space designed to inspire awe and devotion. And Rococo architecture, this one is the Baroque, and the below one is Rococo architecture. So the Rococo architecture, which followed the Baroque period, introduced lighter, more playful elements. It emphasized decoration and ornamentation, reflecting the changing taste of the art historic and the influence of Enlightenment. This shift illustrated how architecture responded to both aesthetic preference and the evolving social landscape. And so the Industrial Revolution is also an important factor of this one. So let's see. The Industrial Revolution brought about profound changes in technology and society, which significantly influenced architecture styles. The introduction of iron and later steel as construction materials enabled the creation of new building forms. The Crystal Palace, designed by Jacques Pacton for the Great Exhibition of 1851, showcased the possibilities of glass and iron, reflecting a new area of transparency and lightness in architecture. And this period also gave rise to alteration styles, such as the Chicago School of Architecture, which emphasize function over form. Buildings designed by architects like Louis Slovan feature steel frames and large plate glass windows, reflecting the economic and social dynamics of rapidly urbanizing societies. So the seventh one is modernism. The 20th century ushered in modernism, a movement that sought to break away from historical styles and embrace innovation. Infused by the technological advancements of the time, modernist architectures promoted functionality, simple, and a rejection of ornamentation. The international style, characteristic by clean lines and open space, emerged as a response to the complex of modern life. The Bauhaus movement further emphasized the unity of art and technology, advocating for design that was accessible and functional. This area illustrated how architecture could serve social needs and reflect the ideals of a rapidly changing world. Postmodernism and beyond. Postmodernism emerged as a reaction against the perceived rigidity of modernism, reintroducing historical reference and ornamentation into architecture. Architects sought to create buildings that were contextually relevant and visually engaging. This style reflected a growing interest in identity, culture, and the human experience, demonstrating how architectural styles continue to evolve in response to societal shifts. Okay, so let's talk about the conclusion. The conclusion is the historical background of architecture reveals a rich test of influence that has shaped styles over time. From ancient civilizations to modernism and beyond, each area reflected the cultural, political, and technological context of its time. Architecture serves not only as a functional aspect of society, but also as a profound expression of collective values and aspirations. Understanding this relationship enhances our appropriation of the built environment and its capac- uh, ca- capacity to convey the complex of human experience. Okay, so this is the episode 1. Bye.